Hello guys, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. My name is Samilah. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm glad you are watching. My guest today is physically challenged but able differently. Karibu.
Thank you.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Asante kwa kunikaribisha.
Welcome again.
Nimekuwa nikikutafuta for long.
Asante.
But finally
leo.
We are here.
Yes.
So tueleze majina yako, unaitwa nani? Umetoka upande gani wa Kenya? Na kwa sasa hivi unaishi wapi?
Mimi naitwa Wanza Muli. Disabled, physically challenged, as you can see me, from Kambani. And I'm living, currently I don't have a home. Actually where I am right now, I'm hosted. Where I was living, it could not accommodate me anymore. And I thank God, I just met a friend who I explained my problem with. And then she was like, welcome to my house. Then I give you a station, to which it has also expired. I'm supposed to vacate and I'm supposed to go. So I don't have a home. I don't have a place to live.
Miriam, you have just mentioned that you doesn't have a home. Exactly what happened?
The place I was living, because of the rent, because it's just rentals. I have a child who also suffers disability, has been on and off in Kijabe Hospital. Life has not been that good to us. And therefore, I could not take care of a home or a house or rental of whatever cost that it may be, because the bills have been so high. I am jobless, I am businessless, and therefore I'm just being a beggar. And you know, begging life has no future. Begging life has no hope, because you'll go beg, get coins, beg, get 200, beg, get 1,000. How can this one manage one to make a living?
Okay, is this due to Corona or?
No. I've schooled, by the way. I've done hospital administration. I've done front office and secretarial work. I've seeked for the job for the last 13 good years, but I've never been lucky. I've applied online. I've gone myself to institutions, organizations, companies, business enterprises, but so far so good. I've never been lucky enough. Life has not yet paved me for a life that I can earn and make a living.
Okay, now as I can see, you are physically challenged. What happened? Were you born differently or what happened?
I'm born in a family of 7 of us, and all of us, we are dwarf. And 3 of us, I, my brother, 2 of my brothers, firstborn, and our lastborn, are disabled. Severe disability. Like now, I cannot move or go far distances. I use crutches for the walking. As you can see, my crutches, they don't have the same color. This one is an elbow, and this one is a juakali. That is the this other crutches that I do use.
Yeah, they are not the same.
They are not the same. It's a juakali because of the life that has been challenged to me. I can also wish to get a better one, but then it is just for making small movement. Going far, I need assistance.
Which kind of assistance?
I can wish to get a wheelchair, and not a wheelchair that is come and assist me, push me. If I can get the button one that can make me walk by myself, be a self-reliant, can be better.
Oh, so I can see these scratches, they're not the same color,
They
they're
are
not the same. So you got them from different people. What happened?
What happened, this one, due to the problem, I made it to the Juakali, the sector, Juakali sectors, that is the welding place. Because I had only 300, and that's when they made this one.
But it's a bit heavy.
Yeah.
It's too heavy.
Because now of the nature.
Yeah.
And this other one, I got it in hospital, where I was being admitted because I've undergone like 8 operations, trying to rectify the disability life that I've lived with, having been born in a family of 7, all of us disabled, and our widow mother is also a disabled lady.
So
We don't have a father.
I stand to be corrected.
Yeah.
It's like the whole family is disabled.
The whole family is disabled.
The same
3
disability.
of us, yes, dwarf. 3 of us, we are severe. Yeah.
Severe as in this on the lower side.
Severe, because now if you cannot walk, that means you are a severe. But there are those who just dwarf, but you can do other things and you walk very far. You don't need to rely on anyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, you were born in Ukambani.
I'm born in Ukambani.
So how was your child life?
My child life, I schooled like any other lady or any other child or any other born. I was adopted by the Jeshi la Wokovu people back then, 90s, late 90s and early 2000. I was adopted by the Jeshi la Wokovu. The school is in Joytown, Thirika. By then it was specifically for people with a disability, but right now they have mingled. They are now, you cannot go there and you find it's only the disability, because they found that disability is not inability. In one way or another, you are able, and then they mingled. Therefore, that's where I schooled, and I was adopted in the same school. I lived there for 22 good years. That's when now I left now Thika. I came now back to my motherland where I was born due to problem, because I've said my mother is also disabled. From umaskini, if we call umaskini, it was one of the rank that you can never explain. And I thank God to date. Yes, tumesoma, but it's because of ile kuadoptiwa with the jeshi. So ukapata uko donated, ukapata umelipwa hospital kidogo, ukapata umesomeshwa kiasi. So to the point that I can say that that area nilisoma, ndio nikaenda rehabilitation KMTC, ndio nikasoma sasa hiyo administration na front office na secretarial office work.
Okay, you have mentioned rehabilitation.
Yeah.
As far as I can understand, rehabilitation is to rectify the behavior. Maybe you are in drinking, or maybe were you okay?
I'm sorry to say that rehabilitation means that you have an issue that needs a care, an assistance of a sort of. And with the issue of disability, it has to be, because now I've said, I could have maybe gone for the Nairobi University, I could have gone maybe for the KU, I could have gone for. But right from where I am born, right from where I am, they are not able. Therefore, there was no any other place because of facilities which are found maybe in those schools. You find that in rehabilitation, you can find the facilities are suiting one's ability or one's disability or one form at that particular time. If you are a drunkard, then you will be there. If you are maybe a trafficker of a certain kind, then you can also be there. There is facility that enhances that. But this rehabilitation, it is rehabilitating disability because of one problem, maybe of school fees, maybe of mobility, maybe of facility, and so forth. So I was rehabilitated there so that they may be able now to, because it is in Kenyatta Hospital, they are able now to make me school well, be fine, and also see the future that is ahead, that is to come. So that was their place. I was empowered.
Okay, thank you for the information, Mary.
Yes.
Because majority of us, me as Samilah being one of them, when you mentioned the word rehabilitation, I thought like, oh, maybe you are in depression, maybe you're in alcohol, but thank you for the information. I'm glad to know that. Okay, now Mary, what about your brothers, your siblings, other siblings? Are they still at home?
My 2 brothers are at home. They are married. They are grown up. They are big people who are just doing their own life. They have kids, and life must go on, because meaning that we are disabled. Majority of us, we have lived in a self-denial life. We have lived in the song of this guy who sang, Daddy Owen. He sang and he said, miaka 17 nilishajipata mimi jinsi nilivyo. It has mean that this person, that is the time ulijielewa. That is the time so many questions came in you. That is the time now a lot of you now came inside that particular person. Kwani mimi niko dunia gani? Kwani who am I? Nimejipata hivi. So ukiwa mtoto unaonanga ndio uko na challenge, lakini because of that thing capacity haikusukumangi sana. Lakini now you are supposed to go into an adult life. You are supposed now to go into another different world where you are supposed to be a man or a person or a woman of yourself. So at that time is when now you come to realize, this one is now a different case. So how do I handle it? So many are the cases that if you don't adjust, you deny yourself. And then you commit suicide, like I have committed several times. But death has denied me access. Imesema no, hatukutaki, you still have a hope to live. So kama ingenikubali, right now hatungeonana. So many of us tumefika hapo. So with my brothers, hao wako tu bado nyumbani, hawajatoka huko. My other sisters pia wako tu different areas, wakitafuta tu lishe, waone where to be. Nimesema ukiwa mtu mzima, huwezi ukakaa tu hapo, bado unaendelea tu na kukaa tu hapo. It's like you don't have a future. I have said I am homeless. Sijasema sina mahali pa kwenda. Yes, naweza enda hiyo home, lakini sasa ninaenda kufanya nini? Because now home si kwetu ama si kwangu. Nikienda pale hata ndio itakuwa sasa wasi zaidi. So hata kama unateseka, wewe kaa tu katika nyumba moja ile inaku accept, move on mpaka pale life itakupata, iweze kukuplace, uweze kuwa able, and then uweze ku make some decision that can be a settled decision.
Okay, you have mentioned about committing suicide.
Yeah.
You attempted.
Yes.
What happened?
Just because of now when I grew up and I found that now I've said I've looked for a job for the last 13 years, I'm worried, and I would want to ask the institutions that I have taken in reference. I can want to mention I have taken my papers to National Council that is dealing with person with a disability, but there has never been any positive response. I have also taken my papers to institutions and companies like Safaricom. I have never received any reciprocation back. I have taken to the Rocky Driving School, because when I said in front office and administration and secretarial, there is no place that I cannot fit. Having a disability does not mean that I am not able to fit in any of these institutions, because I'm able to work. I'm of sound mind. My hands are working. With the strength that I have, I can make my way there, and there is a way that it can work. And therefore, I can also want to ask, having done all this qualification, does it mean that the qualifications are disabled, that I'm not able to get the response back? That's one of my questions. And therefore, out of the pain that I have lived, you have no home, you have no earning, you have no way out. Everywhere you look, behind, in front, sides is black. Coming and meeting men, because as you can see, I want to say, and I want also to ask, having with the men around, am I not pretty?
You are.
I am very pretty.
Yes, you are.
And men would want to come and they say, hi, hello, I have said I have a kid.
Yes.
So coming to know, this is a man who was taking advantage of me. They do not want to make a wife. I can make a wife.
Yes.
They do not want to make me by their partner, but them, the majority that have come my way, they want to take advantage. They want to make a sex puppet. They do not want to make me their wife. So having such advantage, it made me feel inferior. It made me feel I'm not worthy. It made me feel I'm not anything. I'm not anybody. I'm not anywhere. So this feeling, I said I am of sound mind, it succumbed to me, and I felt, I'll just do away with my life so that I may be able to end the story, and my story was there. So it was not a good encounter. It is painful.
I'm sorry for that, but you have by the way, God loves you the way you are.
Thank you.
You are so pretty.
Thank you.
In fact, I admire you because you are so strong.
Amen.
Okay, now, Mary, you have mentioned you have is it a daughter or a son?
A son.
Asa, now it is he?
9 years now.
So where is the dad? Sorry to ask.
The dad took advantage. That's what I want to say.
Oh, that
He
was
took
the message.
advantage. He took advantage, having told me, I have a future with you. And then later, after seeing the child is here, pretending now to walk together, I have said is a child that I have been taking the child to Kijabe Hospital for rectification of disability. Having taken all these, he said in Kiswahili, I want to put it in Kiswahili the way he had to put it, because he's a Kikuyu guy. Otoga wakwa ni ogothira. When all this you will have finished, because disability, it's not a one-touch treatment. It is a process. This year they go, they tell you, next year we are doing this, next year we are doing this, and they cannot do it just a one operation. So this one, it means money. It means bills, which invoices that are huge, 300, 500, 200, 1 million. So it's not a little money that he was needed. So he was like, hey, by the time we finish all this, we utakuwa umemaliza mali yangu yote. Na hata hivyo, hata nikikuoa utakuwa ukileta watoto disability. Kwa hivyo, sioni haja. So labda tu niwe nikikuja, I just test my sexual life with you, I give you food, and that's all. And then it pained me more than. That was another second and third round that I also tried to commit suicide, because that is not a good word, even if you are doing something like this. And from there, we started just going 3 months, 2 months, leaving us in a rental house that tunaishi kama kunguru, because rental house kumaanisha ni kwako. You can move from place to place, lakini utamove juu ni rental, utamove na pesa ile unaweza kumove nayo. So he left us there, he disowned us there, he went and changed the number. I don't know where I can get him, hata nikijaribu kumtafuta. He went and changed everything, he changed the route and went silent and went just that way.
Mary, kuna kitu moja nitakuelezea. Wakati Mungu anataka kukubariki, huwa anakuondolea watu wote wenye ulikuwa unadhania ama kufikiria msaada wako itatoka pale. Ndio ukiinuliwa na Mungu, because Mungu ndio uinua watu. And I believe disability is not inability. Wadeti kweremo, Mary.
Ni kweli.
Kuna Mungu mbinguni mwenye utazama hata yani like tamanio la moyo wako. Huwa anajua huyu ni Mary, anahitaji hivi na hivi, and you are beautifully, yani you are just wonderfully made. So usikubali mtu moja peke yake ati ukufe juu ya mtu, because like now ukikufa ule mtu atalia, si ule jamaa, ni mtoto wako and your mom. Itaongeza nini? Hakuna kitu itaongeza. So ile kitu unaweza fanya ni kumuombea. In fact usimuombee arundi, muombea aende kabisa. Mungu kama ni kukubariki atakupea mwenye atakuelewa na akupende jinsi ulivyo. Na hata mwanadamu asipokupenda, si Mungu anakupenda. Saizi ona, you are physically challenged, sawa? But hauko kwa oxygen, una breathe bure. In fact, ukihesabu baraka, Mary, kuna hiyo kuamka ukiwa mzima, kuna kupumua, kuna hata kusmile pia ni baraka. Kuna mwenye anatamani sana a smile lakini hawezi. So mimi naweza kwambia hivi, usijaribu siku nyingine. And again, wakati kunataka kukucha, kuna kale kagiza wanga kanakuja asubuhi, lakini dawn lazima ifike. Sawa? So for me naweza kukuombea. Okay, kuna ile kitu unatamani, Mungu asikie ombi lako. Naweza kuwa mimi siwezi, lakini kuna mtu atakutazama pale, maybe ako na kazi, si umeomba kazi, akusaidie na kazi. Alafu kitu kingine nimesikia umemention driving school. Uko unajua kupeleka gari?
Nimesema nilipeleka makaratasi yangu huko.
Okay.
Driving school.
Okay.
Nipate job huko, nipate kazi hata kama ni ya front office, ama ni ya kuregister wale wanaingia, ama ni ya kufanya anything that will deal either data entry, either secretarial works, because I know they need some bookkeeping, they need some tallying, they needed a front office person, they need one who can maybe do the computer work, that is filing their files. So that's when I took my papers. They are not that I have schooled. Chenye nimeomba ama chenye I have requested to someone who will see my story or will see me, Mary Wanza Muli, that I have schooled administration. I have schooled front office and secretarial work together with computer work. I'm very skilled in computer work. I have the papers, but they're just flowers in the house, or they're just flowers in my pocket.
Sorry.
Thank you. So I have requested for anyone anaweza kuwa na ka opportunity aseme wacha nimpatie job. The other thing yenye nimeomba is a wheelchair that is self-mobile, that is self-moving. It has a button because they are there and they are too expensive. That if there is someone anaweza ku afford hiyo, aone tu, then for her movement, then ni sawa. Right now, what I depend on is begging life. I meet you, you give me 200, you give me 100, you give me 50 bob, you give me 20 bob, according to the situation that you will meet me at that particular time. I have met men who will tell me, and you are pretty, can we talk behind here? Going there thinking that he's going to give you something, he wants to take advantage of you. And therefore, I do tell them, I'm not desperate for sex. I'm not desperate for any kind sort of a love. If this time you're seeing me, that's what you wanted to give me, then I'm thankful and I am glad because wanasema wewe wanakujanga wanakuambia hata wewe ni mwanadamu. You need to feel good. You need to feel kuna mtu anakupenda anakuwekelea somewhere. So wewe kuja tu ni kuwekelea, at least I make your day. Making your day is having sex with you. Seriously? Is that one? So let us look at the result of the sex. Itakuletea kuna magonjwa. That one person aliniachia mtoto, huyo mtoto anahitaji kusoma, anasomeshwa na nini, niko jobless, anahitaji home. Kwa hivyo kama hata kuna mtu wako tu na maybe tu na kuna anaweza sema tu acha tu nipatie hiyo madam home. Nipatie tu somewhere tu awe akiishi because sasa mimi sina, I am nowhere. I feel I am nowhere. So I can also feel that kuna mtu anaweza sema tu acha nitoe ile portion tu nimpe tu a settle. Badala kushinda akienda akizunguka akikuwa hana any place and sense of belonging. So I'm feeling I don't have a belonging place. So mi naomba tu job, naomba tu hiyo belonging, nipate tu mahali naweza kaa tu vizuri, niwache kushinda nikihangaika na kuteseka. Na nimeomba bado wheelchair. Kile kingine nimeomba ni my son is schooling, anahitaji masomo. Niko jobless, nitamsomesha na nini? Na siwezi kasema ati hata hitaji kusoma, atasoma na nini? Kuna zipatikana tu mfadhili kuaseme, acha nichukue mtoto nimpeleke hata kama ni boarding school, aweze kusoma, ama hata kama tu ataishi na mama yake, ni sawa tu, lakini responsibility itakuwa ni yake. I can also be very glad. Ndio hizo vitu ndio nimesema, kama sasa sina hata food. Na mahali huko umehostiwa, utapewa food. Kama sasa hivi vile kumenyesha area kwetu, mumeona vile kumetembea, hata umeshindwa na kuingia, umeshindwa kabisa, huwezi tembea. So put yourself in my shoe. I am stuck where I am. Huyo ni mtu atakuja akuambie, na sasa at the end of the day tunakula nini? Uta contribute nini? So it is so traumatizing, it is so depressing, it is giving me no joy, it is giving me not that confidence. I feel that I'm not empowered in the world of disability, in the world of people who are living. I am not empowered into any way. I, on my side hustle, God is also faithful. He gives different talents. He has talented me with salon making. I can do your hair very well. I can be able to blow dry you very well, apply you chemical, and then put you in a dryer. But look at the equipments I'm not even able to raise. Look at the capital. Where can I get this capital? Even if I can want and desire to have one and be an entrepreneur person with all the understanding that I'm able to run this. But then, where do I belong? Where do I start? I feel also life has denied me this opportunity. So also that one remains as a myth in me. It has no value. It has no sense. telling a person, come to the place where I am, even if you are corridor like where I am right now, because this is where now you can find me, it is homeless. Akuja niambie, utanitengeneza. How many will I get? How many will be for me? How many will I attend at that particular day? So you find that they are also taking advantage. They want to come, uwapatia hata kama niyo salon ya 200, lakini salon yule wamefanyiwa ni ya 500, ni ya 600. But because of the environment na pia vile wewe uko, wanakupatia hiyo so mbili. So mbili utakula siku ngapi? So mbili ndio italipa rent. So mbili ndio itatafuta nyumba. So mbili ndio itakupatia fare. So mbili ndio itakupatia chakula. So mbili ndio itakulipia school fees. So mbili ndio itafanya hata wewe ukue the person you are. So all this, it's making life it is making life to me meaningless. It is making me feel that I'm also meaningless. I'm also have no value. I have no class. I have no place. When looking at the class, I have no place. Looking at the self, I have no value. Looking at myself meaning, then I find of meaningless. So because everywhere you are disabled. But I am confessing it is the physical nature that is disabled. But I am able in differently way. But I am also disabled because I am not able to earn and make a living that can be for future. Because there is tomorrow. And that future is what makes me commit suicide. That future is what makes me have that mind. Because now imagine I am in the house or somewhere where I am just alone. That time I don't have food. That time there is a child who needs to eat. That time there is a home that you need to make because of that future. And yet everything is black. It is dark.
Sorry.
How can it make to make one have the life? So those are some of the things and crazy ideas that makes me let me commit suicide. Because even going to the churches, you just go there, they just say receive. But how can you receive when there is no empowerment? You will just receive the word, yes, because I'm saved. Yes, fine, I am saved. Lakini, you will receive wakati hakuna.
Ni ngumu.
That's where the question is. And therefore, it is making pain instead of sweet in me.
Okay, na saizi mtoto wako yuko wapi?
Sai my child kwa sababu ya kukosa mahali pa kukaa, although my mother is sick na pia ni disabled, niliona tu acha tu akae tu na mama kiasi.
So ako nyumbani?
Ako nyumbani Ukambani hapa Tala.
Aya Mary, kuna hii pesa ya watu disabled. Sipendi kutumia hiyo the word disabled because mgundi uko na shinda but you are physically fit. Kuna venye brain yako iko sawa, kuna mali zingine ziko like your hands, your brain is working well. So ukisema ati huyo mtu ni disabled ni kuonekana like the whole body is disabled because kuna watu wako tu physically fit but the brain is disabled. So wewe ni mguu, not your brain. Now kuna hii pesa uanga nasikia iko ni wale watu physically challenged. Na okay, huwa mimi nasikia, so I would like to hear from the horse's mouth. Ushaisaidika? Aya, alafu pia mtoto wako umesema ako disabled. Pia kwa kama wewe?
Hapana, yeye ana move too. They are, because he's a kid, they are trying to rectify yeye sasa. We don't know whether he will grow.
Ni miguu?
Ni miguu tu.
Ako na how old?
Ako 9 years. Sasa ana turn 10. Sasa wamemrectify, he is able to move. Wakiniambia wananiambia mifupa yake bado inaoneshana he will grow but at a very slow rate. Usi expect aende tu. Zingine unaweza pata mtoto ni wa 6 years lakini ukiangalia the 6 years na the size unaona hapana. So hiyo yake iko somehow. So hata kama itaenda we don't know, we cannot judge at the moment. Itakuwa judge itakifika 16-17 years. I think everybody katika human life hapo ndio unajuanga where you are supposed to reach, na uko umefika hapo hausongi juu na hausongi mguu, imefika mwisho. So because he's still growing for the next years, we don't know what size he will be. So I've said that now he has undergone now 3 operations. Now he's waiting mwezi wa 7, that is July. Or August is where they are yet to call me for, although the bills are too high. Maybe I can fail to attend it because of the bills that at times they tell you chip in. And I said I don't have NHIF. The NHIF I was using, the NHIF, it was independent of that guy.
Yeah.
And when he stopped now paying
When
it,
he left.
it's like now you pay another one. Now having another one at the stage mahali imefika, wanakuambia iwe na 350. Ndio iweze kuanza kumcover because of the bills are not they are not cheap. Sasa imagine utapata wapi 350 ikuwe kwa account ndio iweze sasa kumcover.
Imagine with God everything is possible.
Amen. So unapata iko hivyo. So that's what I am saying. Ajamaliziwa. So right now we cannot judge. But it's just a growing and a bearing child.
Okay, kuna swali nilikuwa nimekuuliza. Kuna ile pesa ya
hiyo disability.
Hiyo disability.
Kukujibu. Sasa hiyo pesa ya disability, I can also want to say I am disabled.
Yes.
And I also need to that disability.
Yeah.
But nikakwambia pia mimi naisikianga vile unaisikia, unaweza kuimagine.
Are you serious?
I am very serious. Sijawahi angukia. Nikaenda kwa chief wa hii area ananijua.
Yes.
Alikuwa na distribute 6,000 wakati wa COVID. Sikuona kitu.
Anakujua?
Ananijua. Wamboi ananijua vizuri. Hata tukienda kwake hata utaona ameingia mlango atokelezea side ile nyingine juu ya hiyo shame. Anapeana food kama sasa wakati wa hiyo COVID bado hata uwezi ukapata amekupatia because
nani anapewa?
Nafikiri sijui.